your aligned decisions. Or, as my colleague would say, the hell yes decisions. Those are the ones that are going to get you to the alignment. Those are the ones that are going to get you to the abundance you desire and the everything, the all. Those are the ones that will get you to the comfortable life and the ease and the relief that will get you out of the pain, the chronic pain, or whatever pain you're experiencing. And it's easy not to listen to the hell yes decisions. It's easy not to choose the hell yes decision. Instead, you're choosing the okay decisions. Instead, you're choosing the settling for decisions. Those are gonna get you only to settling. Those are gonna get you to average. Those are gonna get you to hurts, but it's not so bad. Those are gonna get you to average results. Those are gonna get you to average abundance. But the hell yes decisions will get you to your highest potential, will get you to your highest alignment, will get you to your highest abundance, to the riches that you really want, to the excitement, to the amazing situations, to the incredible opportunities, and to the deep relief and pleasure and satisfactions, to the high levels of joy. But it's so easy to choose the okay decisions, the not so aligned decisions, the I'm fine with that. And that's what we usually choose. And I wouldn't say it's easy to just jump into the hell yes decisions and start deciding the very best for us, because in the beginning we don't really know ourselves. We don't really know what are the right decisions for us. If you don't know yourself and if you don't have a strong connection with yourself, with your body, if you have been neglecting the relationship with yourself for years and years, then probably you're not going to know right away what is the hell yes decision, what is the highest decision. Or maybe you will know, but you won't be able to take that path. You won't be able to make that decision because it seems like ridiculous. It's so far away from what you've been settling for, from the very painful state full of suffering. It's so far that it will be overwhelming for you, for your nervous system, and you just maybe wouldn't be able to even handle it. And that's okay, but the journey is about coming closer and becoming bolder and more brave to choose you every single time and to choose the best decision for you. Because as a surprise, we feel like if we choose the best for ourselves, like we're being selfish, like we're not considering others. But the opposite will be true, because when we choose what's best for us, with us being satisfied, with us being happy, we're actually making others happy. We're actually making the best decision for the overall environment where we are with the people that are in relationship with us. Because us taking responsibility over ourselves, becoming good or better than good from pain and suffering and from being miserable. When you are miserable, you're resonating miserable vibes, and everyone else is catching those miserable vibes. And we all want to be surrounded by people that are always happy and cheerful and that give us that vibe of abundance, right? And so why aren't we becoming that vibe of abundance? We're afraid to become that vibe, but at the same time, we want to surround ourselves with that vibe. On Instagram, we're going to be choosing the highest vibe, but why aren't we becoming the highest vibe? Why aren't we becoming the hell yes decision? It's like, this is what I want. But we're not choosing it on a daily basis. Therefore, that's why we're not manifesting it or living it. I have recently been able to reach this level where I am stepping outside, completely outside of chronic pain, which I didn't think was possible, but I am already stepping into this new era where I understand I do not have to live life in chronic pain. I do not have to suffer throughout life, no matter what it is. I don't have to have chronic pain and uncomfortableness in my life. And it will not only make my life much better, but everyone else's life involved. And what this considers, what this involves is obviously your boundaries, becoming aware of your energy, becoming in a close relationship with yourself, trusting yourself, knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing where you stand, knowing your grounding, what you need, tuning in with what you need, and delivering, actually, um giving it to yourself, becoming your best friend, and um really taking time to value and credit yourself for how hard you've come, for how far you've come, and for the hard work you're doing on yourself, and really appreciating yourself, and actually showing up and showing yourself that you care. Those are the hell yes decisions. The hell yes decisions are taking the opportunity and spending money to enjoy, and to buy something you maybe don't need but really want. It is about nurturing that side of you that is that abundance, that considers, when I'm abundant, I do these things. But without doing these things now, you cannot become that feeling, and you cannot become abundant without taking that action and becoming that version of yourself. Without taking those hell yes decisions, you cannot have a hell yes life without actually taking them. And what is your hell yes life? This is the moment to sit down and write down or tune in with yourself and think about, what is your hell yes life? Because when else are you going to think about it than now? When else are you going to take a second to actually think about it and make it happen? And if you don't know what you're making happen, what you want, then you cannot make it happen. Okay, and it doesn't have to be, it's gonna be the version of the hell yes life in the moment right now. And you can update this hell yes life every single day. And I encourage you to, because we change every single day. Every single day is a new opportunity, a new beginning. And the fact that you create a hell yes image of your life today doesn't mean this is where you're heading, because that would again be limiting yourself, and it's not going to be a hell yes life tomorrow, because tomorrow you're going to take another step, you're going to learn something new, and your hell yes life is going to be slightly different. It's going to look slightly different. And then, no matter the circumstances, if you're clear on how you feel in your hell yes life and what you do on a daily basis, and once you practice it, then no matter what's going to be happening around you, you're going to be living that hell yes life. You're going to be feeling that hell yes life. You're going to be feeling that life without chronic pain or whatever you think is impossible at the moment. But it is about really taking the hell yes decisions and understanding that if, and this is a strong and maybe harsh truth, but if you're saying you are already taking the hell yes decisions, but it's not working, then those decisions are not hell yes. They're not hell yes. They're just yes. And there's a very big difference between hell yes decisions and yes decisions. Because yes decisions are average, are settling, are not going to make you satisfied in all aspects, but you choose yes decisions because you cannot even bring yourself to think that the hell yes could be your life. You cannot even bring yourself to believe that you could value yourself that much to live a hell yes life. But your real alignment and your highest self is the hell yes life. But you have learned to settle for the yes for so long. And you're thinking that by saying yes and by settling for less, you're not taking from others. You're actually benefiting others and the society by settling for less, by settling for average or below average. But that's the opposite of truth, because the truth is only when you're really in your hell yes, when you're choosing the hell yes, you become so radiant and so joyful and so contagious. Your energy is going to become so contagious that only then people are going to start shifting and they're going to start thinking, wow, I want that life. And now I'm inspired by that person, or triggered, or angered, or jealous, whatever. But I can now change. And that's the only moment when you heal yourself to the hell yes point. That's when others can start healing. That's when you can start seeing actual results, when you actually start giving yourself credit for becoming aware, for knowing what you already know, for being who you already are, for living towards your own vision that is hell yes. It might seem very crazy to others, it might seem nonsense to others, but you living your vision is going to allow others to start thinking, wait, why am I not living my highest self, my highest vision? You know? And so the opposite of what we believe is true, because we feel like if we stay smaller, if we stay in the shadows, if we settle for less, it's going to be better for everyone, because you're not taking the spotlight from others, you're not taking more of abundance from others. But with that, you're settling in the average, and if we're all average, no one thrives, no one is inspiring, no one is a leader. That's not the way things work, because without reaching for your own stars, or reaching for your own highest self, you're not even a leader of your own life. You're just settling for less. And you're responsible for the decisions you make, and then the result corresponds to exactly the decisions you make. So it's not about doing more, it's not about making different decisions, it's about tuning in and understanding, is this a really hell yes decision? And if it's not, I'm not going to take any decision until I know this is the highest decision. And this is an important part, because we have also learned to take a decision just for the sake of it, because I have to decide. We have learned to force ourselves to decide, and again and again and over again we're forcing ourselves to decide. And if you force yourself to decide, you're settling for less, because you're making a decision that's not hell yes, and you're making a decision before the hell yes appears. And probably you're blocking the hell yes to even come in. But by allowing it to stay open, by not taking a decision, not rushing yourself, not forcing yourself, allowing yourself to say, okay, not now. I don't know. I don't know if it's a hell yes decision, so I won't take a decision. And once I feel it's a hell yes decision, I'll take it. No matter how long it will take. Sometimes it seems like, well, I'll never be able to decide, but don't pressure yourself to make a decision, because then the decisions won't be aligned. At the same time, not taking this decision that's clearly aligned, that is all for, and you know exactly it's the hell yes decision, but again, you're not taking it because you think you need to settle for less. Because what if you outshone someone with your hell yes decision? That's okay. The fear is okay. It comes with it. But without taking the hell yes decision, you're going to stay where you are right now. And you're not going to be living a hell yes life. So you are your aligned decisions. You are your hell yes decisions. Thank you, America, for this term you're using. It's empowering.